Are you in the UK and thinking about travelling to Spain as a tourist? Yes. Do you need to know whether you have health cover? Yes. So what can you do to make sure you're covered? I don't know. Stick around and you'll find out. Welcome to YouTooSpain. Let's dance. Hi, I'm Scats, and this is Walter. Hello! He has lots of questions, and I have the answers from official sources like the NHS website, so you can find out exactly what you need to know. That's very handy. It is, and I've put links to all of the relevant pages in the video description below, so you can find any extra details that might apply to only a few of you. It depends. It does. Everybody's different, so sometimes we have to delve a little deeper and ask follow-up questions in case there's a more unusual circumstance. I'm unusual. You're absolutely unique, Walter. And so are you. Estupendo. Let's have some questions then. I've got an E111 European health card. What can I use that for? That's the old kind of card that UK people could use when you were part of the EU. Now that you're not in the EU anymore, it's called the EHIC, or European Health Card. So should I get one of those then? It depends. If you were resident in Spain before 2021 and you're covered by the Brexit withdrawal agreement, then you may be eligible for the new EHIC card. But if you're living in the UK and you want to travel to Spain without living there, you should apply for the GHIC, which is the UK Global Health Insurance Card. If I still had the EHIC card, could I still use it? Yes, up until the expiry date on the card. Then, when you apply for a new one, it will more likely be the GHIC. What can I use the cards for? Both cards give you access to medically necessary healthcare in Spain while you're here temporarily. What do you mean by medically necessary? Emergency treatment and visits to A&E. Treatment for a long-term or pre-existing medical condition. Routine medical care for pre-existing conditions that need monitoring. Routine maternity care, as long as you're not going abroad to give birth. Oxygen therapy and kidney dialysis. Is that something I need to arrange in advance? For some treatments like dialysis or chemotherapy, yes, you'll need to pre-arrange appointments with a healthcare provider. Is it all free treatment? Not all state healthcare is free within the EU and Switzerland, so you may have to pay for services you're used to getting for free. Some countries will ask you to pay all or part of your bill upfront and claim it back afterwards. Whatever happens, keep all the documents related to your treatment. What if they don't let me use my GHIC card? First of all, try to resolve it with the healthcare provider. You could show them the link to the European Commission's EHIC webpage. You can also get in touch with NHS Overseas Healthcare Services. What about the rest of my health cover while I'm on holiday? Well, the GHIC isn't a substitute for travel insurance, so make sure you have that too if you want to be fully covered for all medical bills and repatriation. You said EU and Switzerland. Do the health cards not cover the whole of Europe? No, you're only covered when visiting an EU country or Switzerland. Not all European countries are in the EU. There may be more countries added to this in the future, so it's worth checking the NHS website. OK then, who can apply for the GHIC card? You may be eligible if you are one of the following people. You're legally living in the UK and don't have healthcare cover in the EU or Switzerland. You're living in the EU or Switzerland and you have a registered S1, E121, E106 or E109 form issued by the UK. You're living in the EU or Switzerland with an A1 document issued by the UK. You're a family member or dependent of someone entitled to one of the above. What about the new EHIC card? Well, as that's for people covered by the withdrawal agreement, and this video is for UK tourists going to Spain, the new EHIC is irrelevant. But if you need to know about that or other variations in your circumstances, use the NHS link. below. Like if I'm a student, for example. Yes, there are lots of details about that. Thank you. How do I apply for the GHIC card? I've put a link below to the latest NHS page for that, which actually is in beta testing at the moment. So if that link isn't working, let me know in the comments and I'll search and update it. When can I apply for one? If you already have a card, you can apply within 6 months of that card's expiry date, but make sure you give it plenty of time if it's coming up to the holiday season when demand is at its highest. Does it cover the whole family? No, you each need your own card. What does it cost? Absolutely nothing. Cards are free of charge. There are websites which would charge you for applying. I would avoid them personally. It's so easy to apply for yourself. Even I can do it. What happens if I don't get my card in time for my holidays, or if I lose it? Then you can get a PRC, or Provisional Health Card, from NHS overseas, which will prove your entitlement to healthcare if you need it. What if I move to Spain? Can I still use the card? No. As soon as you're a Spanish resident, you're no longer on holiday here, so you're required to have healthcare cover just like everyone else. But if you haven't got private healthcare cover, for example, if you're using the S1 for cover, it's a good idea to have the GHIC or EHIC to fill in the gaps while you're registering your residency and processing the S1 with Spanish Social Security. I've run out of questions. Well, if you have any more, put them in the comments below the video on YouTube so that everyone else can read them. Subscribe and click on the bell to be the first to hear each time there's a new very helpful video just for you. And also, join me every Saturday morning for the live Q&A when you and I can both ask questions to the experts and get the answers you need. It's a win-win-win with the cherry on top. Peace and love. Peace and fluff. Let's dance.